Hey everybody, Bradley's Fan9 here with episode 31 of our weekly Pokemon GO news and spoofing updates, bringing you everything you need to know about Pokemon GO, legit and spoofing. So let's get to it. We got Mr. Peach's mom chilling right up there by all my consoles, hiding from Mr. Peach. You may see Mr. Peach in the video, but they're battling. His mom hangs out, comes over every now and then, babysitting. Alright, so there you go, Mr. Peach is chilling. Hopefully he doesn't screw with my jersey there. It'll really piss me off. But this week we will get to what I've got in my main in the last week. Got a bunch of cool stuff to talk about. There's a new event going on right now with new strange eggs. I'll tell you about those. We got Charmander Community Day coming up in a couple hours in New Zealand from the time I'm recording this video. So depending on when you're watching, maybe it's there, maybe it's just over. Either way, Community Day for Charmander. We'll also talk about the Ghost Day that's coming up. There's some updates to the Mega Evolutions that I'll let you know about. And as well, there's also a Grubhub sponsored US event that I'll kind of tell you the gist about. And it's releasing the shiny Ferroseed. So I assume it'll be just for the event people, but I'll get to that in this video. And of course, at the back half of the video, I'll talk about the spoofing options, what has changed, what are the current options, and anything else that I've recently found or made video tutorials for. So we got these two rascals here. Hopefully they don't cause ruckus, but let's get to the video, everybody. Hope you had a great week last week and are feeling good Friday. Let's get to all the good stuff. Alright, so like usual, I'll start with the last week in my main, but first off, I'm just going to do my next Mega Evolution. I know, like most people, I'm not really inclined to hit up these Mega Raids, but eventually I'll have a Shundo of each that I will Mega Evolve, and like I said, add to my website and my Instagram, Pogo Shiny Hunter. So pretty exciting, cool looking Shundo Mega Venusaur. So as you see there, it's lasting 8 hours. I'll tell you more about that a little more in the video. But just to show you the Mega, there he is. All in his Shundo glory. So now let's get to what I got in the last week here. Okay, so last week I left off with that Smoochum that got his bow removed because I didn't do the research until the event was over. So next up we had the autumn event, so we had the Vulpix release, so I was looking for that guy. Sure enough, found one pretty early, about 80 something checks in. All in his Shundo glory. Got a Meowth that was a hundo. A Ho-Hum Giratina. Hatched a Galarian Meowth. Probably my best one, so that's why I'm keeping him. Extra Giratina that was no good. And then I caught another Vulpix. Made it into a Ninetales, as you can see there. Got the full fam. Love Ninetales. What a beautiful shiny. And I also got a Pineco that I was really searching for, especially in that last event. And I was able to find one here, level 30 as well. Caught him on the Twitch stream as well. Loving all people dropping by on the Twitch. I'll mention more of that in the future. But hey, another Twitch shiny. Woo! Shundo, I should say, not just shiny. And then we got the strange eggs that have came out. I'll tell you more about that in a little bit here. But I hatched a Vullaby in my first one. This is the weekly research still. Not very cool. Then I was able to, not shiny unfortunately, but 98 IV Giratina. This guy's a very strong ghost guy, so definitely look for a strong one of him and keep him. And look at this Shundo. This was a Spotlight Hour, special Spotlight Hour, Pikachu with the Ash Hat. So in the early stages in Australia, I was able to find a Shundo in Carrera, Australia, hence why I named him Porsche. And unfortunately, when it was in the next day in North America, my power was out all day, so I wasn't able to hunt for the Shundo fam, unfortunately. So that day sucked, but hey, I was able to get one Shundo, so that's fantastic. And then as you could see, I got another Vullaby, so I evolved it into a Mandibuzz. As you can see, pretty lame, lackluster CP, so it's more of just for the looks and for the decks, but hey. And then as you see, Mime Jr., you can still get him if you're wondering. Only 5k eggs from Europe will give you Mime Juniors, and one of the most rare shiny is the shiny Mime Jr., which I'm still looking for. Another crappy non-shiny Giratina, another one. Another one. That was actually a Twitch raid. All the people on the Twitch lobby, we all hopped in the same raid and hit them up. It was pretty fun. Shadow Aerodactyl. 96 IV Galarian Zigzagoon. Not very good IV Shadow Larvitar. Shadow Skarmory, which is new. 3 out of 3 strange eggs came out as a Vullaby. Like, cool that it's new candy, but hey, there's still Sandile and Pawniard out there, so looking for those. Got a Scraggy out of my next one. Turned him into a Scrafty because I didn't have one for the decks. Found another Shadow Larvitar. Hatched another Scraggy. Another Mime Jr. And then while I was using my gacha walking around Zaragoza, it found me this very low IV shiny Skorupi. It's not very good IV and totally not a Shundo, but still a super cool shiny that I did not have yet. So cool to at least see him there. One of my favorite shinies, that Ruby Red. And I was able to finish my Shadow research for the Shadow Mewtwo, and it came out at 80 IV, which is pretty good for a Shadow Pokemon, especially the one-time Mewtwo. Or I believe you could complete the research if you already did it before and get another Shadow Mewtwo. So remember that. Shadow Mewtwo is available right now for the research to beat Giovanni after you beat all the stuff in the special research. So that's it for the last week in my main. Lots of good stuff there, lots of cool stuff. So now let's get to all the current events and upcoming events coming up in Pokemon GO. Okay, we got a 5K here. Let's see if it's any good. Mime Jr. or a Bonsley in a 5K. Definitely hoping for a Mime Jr. Definitely wasn't hoping for a Ponyta. Goodbye. Alright, so next up we're going to talk about the Seasons Change Part 2, as Pokemon GO seems to name it, but it seems more of like a Go Takeover Rocket event going on here with the strange eggs introduced. So, as you can see there on the graphic, that's all the information coming up for this event going on till October 19th. As you can see, we got new shiny Shadow Pokemon that are possible to get from beating the Rocket leaders. As you can see, Cliff's got the Omanyte, Sierra's got the Drowsy, and Arlo's got the Growlithe. And then there's a special research where once you complete all the tasks, you could fight Giovanni and get a Shadow Mewtwo in return. As you can see, there's a certain spawns that are more boosted, the Dark and Poison type, and it does still seem like the Pineco and Vulpix from the Seasons Change Part 1 are still spawning for this as well. Pineco, definitely more of a rare spawn, but are still spawning out there more than normal. And the most important thing with this event that most people can see is that red egg, the new strange egg, 12-kilometer eggs. During this event, the eggs will hatch 4 times quicker than normal. So to acquire one of these eggs, you have to beat one of the Go Rocket leaders and make sure when you're beating them that you have free egg space. If you have full 9 out of 9 eggs, you'll beat the leader and will lose your chance to get a strange egg, and we'll have to beat 6 more grunts to beat the leader again to get another strange egg. So as you can see there, what can come out of a strange egg, there's also Dino and Absol that could come out of them, as well as the Larvitar, Trubbish, Scraggy, and then the 3 new ones, which are the Vullaby, the Pawniard, and the Sandile. So good luck getting those new ones and those strange eggs. They're pretty cool, pretty funky, and there's also new Shadow Pokemon out there that you've probably already seen, as well as Hoppip and a few others, I think. So that's all the stuff going on with the Go Rocket event. Good luck in those strange eggs and new Shadow Shinies. And let's move on to the Charmander Community Day information. Come on, kitties, trying to make a video. Alright, so now to talk about the Charmander Community Day. As you can see the date right there, October 17th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. local time. So keep in mind, time zones all around the world, not everybody is in the same time as everyone else. So starting off, New Zealand is usually the best place to hit. You could hit like Kiribati, I believe, some little island place that's got like no stops. I wouldn't bother. Just wait until it hits New Zealand and either go to their capital city, Wellington, or the other good place, Auckland. I've heard Queen Street is a good place, but like Queen's Wharf is kind of the place to chill out by the ferry terminal and all the docks. But lots of good places to go and spoof around there, or play if you're in New Zealand. But either way, that's coming up pretty soon, in a couple of hours of me recording this, so keep an eye out for what the time is, and go hop somewhere that it's closer to 11 a.m. so that you can experience it for the whole 6 hours. Because keep in mind, as you can see, bonuses. As usual, the incense lasts 3 hours, whoop-de-doo. But we got 3 times Catch Stardust, which is one of the best bonuses in my opinion. Especially to level 40s who don't need experience. Anything that gives you extra experience, your eye rolling your eyes like, come on, give me something I need. Stardust is the best. Everyone needs Stardust, so best time to go and grind out some Stardust during this event. So, this is a repeat shiny, but lots of people are new to the game and have not gotten it before. So good luck getting those shinies, and Shundos out there if you're Shundo hunting like myself. I, for one, have the full fam of the Charmanders, including an extra Charizard that has Blast Burn. But since it has the exclusive move, as you can see, if you evolve a Charmeleon into a Charmander during the event or up to 2 hours after the event, the Charizard will have a fast move, Dragon Breath, which will give it different moves, different types for battles and things like that to use. So I'll be getting one more Shundo at least to him. But best of luck to everyone else during the community day, getting the Stardust and the shiny Charmanders that they're hoping for. And one more thing to add, there's event exclusive timed research as well as field research tasks that will reward you with Charizard Mega Energy, which is definitely a big bonus and something to look out for. And there is an update to the Megas, so I'll get to that right now. Alright, so 2 quick changes that Niantic recently announced for the Mega Evolutions. First one, the Mega Evolutions will stay Mega Evolved. Instead of 4 hours, they'll be out there for 8 hours. So they've been doubled for time to be Mega Evolved, because then they'll go back to their normal form. But instead of it being 4 hours, they'll now be Mega Evolved for 8 hours. And this is permanent, these 2 changes. And the max energy you could hold for one Pokemon, instead of it being 999, it is now 2,000. I don't know who would hold on to that much, because the raids are annoying to hit, but if there's more ways to get energy, like Community Day and the research that they've kind of put out, and future things they'll put in, because still no one wants to hit these 6-star Mega raids and still have to hit 3 of them just to Mega Evolve a Pokemon once. But that's just my take on it. Those are the 2 changes, and they're good changes, because we want to have those Mega Evolutions out there as much as possible. I was hoping they'd stay Mega Evolved, but that was me. Not everyone feels the same. But let's get on to the Grubhub event in the US that they've announced to release Shiny Ferroseed. Okay, so I will be making a graphic for this eventually, as the event is not until November 8th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. local time. Unfortunately, this seems to be only tied to the US, and you must sign up starting October 15th to October 28th. So to get access, you must sign up through Grubhub and the app and go to certain emails. So if you want to learn more about that and get one of the tickets, go to PokemonGoLive.com and then go to the update section to find this page with all the information, and they'll give you a link to email. The main important thing here is the shiny release. So this is for everybody. Like for the certain event, Shiny Ferroseed will be available, but as everything else, you can pay to get something available right away, but it will be released to everyone else soon. So if it's not released right away for everybody, it will be soon released for everyone after the event, most likely. So during the event, you can complete the timed research to get 100 Charizard Mega Energy, 3 Incense, and a Star Piece. And you'll get chances to get encounters with Chansey, Spoink, Mawile, Bronzor, Gibble, and Sewaddle. These Pokemon will be attracted to Incense, Bulbasaur, Charizard, Squirtle, Pikachu, Unknown G, Unknown H, Sableye, Patrat, Minccino, and Ferroseed. If you're lucky, you might get this Ferroseed. Please note, Shiny Unknown will not be available. So, if you're thinking of getting the Shinies or getting the ticket for the Shinies, they are not available. Only the Shiny Ferroseed. So, remember, October 15th to 28th, you can sign up for that. The event is not until November 8th, so, but it's US locked. So, hey, not the greatest thing, but the best thing out of it is the Shiny Ferroseed release, so look forward to that. So last up for the Pokemon GO news, before we talk about spoofing stuff, we got this thing released here, a Catch Mastery Ghost event, where it's featuring Drifloon. This will be on one day only, Sunday, October 25th, from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. local time. So remember, local time means it'll start at different times for different time zones. If it says PST or PDT, that means it'll start at the same time for the entire world. So local time, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. on October 25th. There will be a ton of Drifloons spawning all over the place. You can see it shiny there. They've mentioned there will be special research for this event, as well as field research tasks that will reward you with Gengar Mega Energy, as well as other Ghost-type Pokemon. And the bonus during the event, you'll get additional XP when catching Pokemon with certain Curveball, Nice, Excellent, or Great throws. So this is kind of a new type of event they're throwing out. This isn't a weekly event or anything like that. This isn't a replace for a Halloween event, which is most likely going to come during the last week of October, which I, of course, will inform you on. But look forward to this day. If you don't have Shiny Drifloon or Shundo Drifloon like myself, I have 0 of them. I'll be looking forward to this. Then is your chance to get Shiny Drifloon. So now let's move on to the spoofing topics. Alright, so as usual, I'll tell you everything you can do as a spoofer right now. Basically, how to get started spoofing, what are the options, and what do I have for you. So to start off, iPOGO is the most popular third-party app for iOS users that you can download either using my 3iTools method, which is totally free, will allow you to spoof all over the world and enjoy this game to its utmost potential. And I'm happy to report still no bans from any spoofers for months now. This is fantastic. I believe it was episode 16 or 14 the last time there was bans reported in the comments. So this has been fantastic. So now is a great time to try out iPOGO. And if you're wondering, I don't have a PC or it doesn't work for me, I want something easier, then you could pay for Singulus. You can look it up. It's similar to the IPA store, like I showed you for iSpoofer back in the day, where you can pay them to give you the access to install it straight from your device. So you don't have to hook up to a computer or anything. You just go to this Singulus app that you pay for, and then they'll sign the app for you, and you can just download the updates straight from your device, which is way easier. But keep in mind, it's not free, but it's pretty much free. It's like 20 bucks for the year, which is nothing for the ease of downloading this sweet app all the time, especially if you start to use it more. So that's it for the iPOGO. What I use is iTools, which is safe, will always be safe in my opinion. It doesn't use a third-party app, it uses the actual Pokemon GO app. And then as you can see, it has a side app, iTools, that'll change the entire device's location. So as you can see, I'm walking to GPX in Zaragoza. I did have a recent comment asking if I could show a tutorial on how to use iTools, like the basics. I'll definitely be doing that. Thanks for reaching out. I love comments on suggestions on what people want to see and tutorials for, because those are make the best videos in my opinion. So I'll definitely be looking forward to making that. But I've been using this for months, still no bans. My main did have 2 out of 3 strikes, so that's why I feel this is okay and safe. So if you're wondering how safe it is the safest way to go. Android people will tell you rooting the Android and spoofing that way is the safest way to go. But this is basically the same thing, except you have to buy a device from their website. Unfortunately, right now, the only one available is the mobile version of iTools, which is only going to work with iOS 12 devices that have not updated to any further iOS. But it'll still work if you have iOS 13 or 14, but it'll only allow you to spoof 15 kilometers from your current location. So if you got lots around you in a 15-kilometer radius, you could still purchase that to benefit walking around your close area with a joystick and a GPX, things like that. It can still be useful. But if you're wanting to spoof all over the world with iOS 13 or 14, safely with iTools, you're going to have to buy the iTools Bluetooth version and most likely the RJ45 adapter. Right now, both of those are out of stock and will come in stock eventually. I don't have an idea when. Usually it's at least once a month. They have a stock that come in, and then once it's sold out, you have to wait until they make more and put them out. So I'll definitely update my Patreon. I'll be updating my weekly videos, of course, my Instagram, and as well on Twitch, because that's the best place to reach me. I'm live, you could talk to me, I could just talk to you through a mic instead of having to look at my phone screen, which I hate doing personally. I don't like being on my phone as much as I deal with stuff on my phone. I don't like talking on the phone. That's just me. I know lots of people these days are all on their phones, but that's kind of not me. I'm kind of away from that curve. But either way, we got the iTools not available to purchase right now, but if you have it, great. I'll be making some videos on how to use it even better and how to get the most out of it. Now, the last up for Android users, unfortunately nobody has sent me an Android to try anything on, to test. I'd be very open to someone sending me an Android. Obviously, it has to be a newer one that I can try and root to be able to change the entire device's location, to be able to use the actual app and spoof that way. That's the one way for Androiders to spoof, is rooting. The other way is through PG Sharp, which I've been told is a third-party app for Android users. I haven't been worded about anyone getting banned using it, but I haven't spoken to too many Android users anyways. Most hardcore spoofers use iOS devices, but nevertheless, you could spoof on Androids too. So that's all the run through that I've had for the spoofing for you and Pokemon Go in general for this week. It was fun to give you all this information, tons of stuff we had to talk about. So one more thing, I'd like to shout out all the great people who have been supporting me on Patreon and Twitch. I've loved all the reactions and comments and connections I've had on Twitch. It's a great chill vibe out there. A bunch of people could just chill talking about Pokemon, watching stuff. You can watch me Shundo Hunt. I'll answer questions if you may have them. So go follow twitch.tv/BradleySven9 if you want to connect to me in a live audience type of feel. As well, shout out to all the patrons. You really make my day every time I see a new patron, and knowing that the patrons are there supporting me helps me really stay with everything I'm doing, and just know I really appreciate it and have love for all of you. It means the world to me. And shout out to everyone just watching these videos every week and enjoying the good vibes, spreading good vibes, and spreading information in the comments too. I don't know everything. I know a lot of stuff, but I don't know everything, so if you have some comments of other stuff I missed, stuff I got wrong, or other stuff you'd like me to talk about in future videos, please let me know in the comments. Appreciate it all. So, hope you have a great week, everybody. It was fun bringing this to you. That's all I had for this video, and I'll see everybody in the next week. Enjoy Community Day, everybody.